Just got this from Germany. It took about 4 days to come. It's a Loco I've not got, and well, it's a fantastic set from Trix Märklin. Nicely packed. So let's have a look. Turn it around this way. Hope it's alright, because I've had some bad experiences on eBay recently. There we go. So it's a Zug set. T1347. Absolutely fantastic set. So you get 5 decent high quality wagons, wagon loads, and an engine which is DCC sound, Ludmilla, in cargo livery, in the more modern livery. So yeah, it's nicely packed that. It's a nice sponge there, stop it moving around. Right, so there we go. Let's get it out of the box. Love the picture on the front as well, it's really nice. So we get instruction leaflet in this set for the wagons, because the wagons I've had on detail parts, highly detailed wagons which can either take, well, as you can see, tanks, but in this case it's steel coils. So we get that, we get the manual on the Loco itself, which is digital sound, factory. It's quite an old model, so it would be pretty basic sound, I imagine. It's not going to be anything mega special. Then you got the guarantee card. And we open it up, and you can see how this is packed. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, you get the full steel coil loads, which are actually milled out on a lathe. They're actually proper, you know, loads, and they're heavy. So let's have a quick look at one of them. You can see they look like coils of steel or alloy or whatever. Well, they are actually made out of alloy, so, but they're really well done. Really nice. So I think we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We've got 30 of them, 30 steel coils. Then we've got the wagons, 5 of them. And you can see the detail on them. They're absolutely just stunning. They've been made out of die-cast metal and plastic with other special loads on top to secure the coils in place. So there we've also got add-on stakes for the wagons and the boards. At either end of the wagons you can add on the boards if you want. That's really nice, and the Loco, like I say, it's only, I'm pretty chuffed with that, that's nice. Just got to be so careful because it's so tightly packed. It is a heavy Loco, this. In fact, the detail on it and the colour and the paintwork is a lot better than what I was going to be expecting for a model that's not really cost that much money, to tell you the truth. Glazing on it, it's really good. Interior cab detail is good. Put a couple of figures in there. It's crying out to be weathered though, without a doubt. Light weathering on the lower frames and around the exhaust ports. Nice handrails on the front. There's a lot of nice detail. Yep, so we'll just put that aside. When you're getting the wagons out on this set, you've got to be extremely careful because they're packed really tightly. They have packing card at each end. So you've got to really just take it nice and easy getting these out. So you've got little cardboard buffer slots to stop them moving around in any direction at all. So we've got the actual wagon, which is really nicely detailed. And that's a separate part as well that comes off. Then we've got stakes that go in around the side. We can convert these back into the sort of flatbed wagons by removing the loads, the top load, so it's a traditional flatbed wagon now, and you get the planks for either end. They've got very, very fine steps which could be easily broken. You've got to be careful not to break them when you're taking them out. There's also these little fine details running along. Such a nice wagon. Got detailing underneath. That's very nice. Quite a weighty wagon with it being metal, so I'm going to assemble one of these wagons now. Yeah, they're the steel, obviously the steel loads that come with this wagon, which are really nice. I'm going to get these loaded up now and see what one wagon looks like at least. There's the loads. As you can see, the actual loads sit on these little pins like they probably would do in real life. So there's a slight gap running the entire length of that top bed of the wagon where the steel coils are loaded onto the RSJ type sort of loading bays. So what I'm going to do with these wagons is change the couplings out for Fleischmann ones to get a closer coupling. So there it is, connected with the traditional Trix Märklin coupling system. So you can see there's a bit of gap there, so I'm going to try and change them now for Fleischmann's to see what they look like. To tell you the truth, there's not much difference between the Fleischmann and the Märklin couplings on these wagons, or where the Loco joins the wagon in. The next set of wagons they connect might be better, might be a closer coupling, but still it can be this engaged a lot easier than the Märklin ones. So we're just power our lights up, LED lighting. Let's power up the engine. It's a lot better than what I was expecting this model. Yeah, so it's just one screw that holds the body on. The body's die cast, so you've got to be careful not to bang or knock it. Cabs are easy enough to get off, to get a figure in there. It's got LED lighting, 21 pin interface chip, all-wheel drive. It's got a pretty basic motor in there, but I'm not bothered about that. For the money I paid, I don't know. Not sure what that is. Whether that's a capacitor, could well be a capacitor, that. Not sure. Looks all well to me. I think this model may be made in China actually, when I think about it. There's no indication saying anywhere on the box it's made in Germany, but it's still very good. It's really nice. Can't see anything wrong with that soldering. Very simple drivetrain. Not much can go wrong with that really. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I've took the cabs out. To get the cabs out, which I've added, well, I painted the seats and just added some extra detail on the switches just by basically using a permanent marker, a fine permanent marker for doing the switches. And the wheel, and then just painted the seats like a matte black. But to get the cabs out, take the body off, and then you take 2 screws which hold the roof in, and 2 countersunk screws which screw into the body on this side at each end. Take the roof off, and then you take off the front cab lens light, which looks like that, a tiny little lens for the light which is there. Take that out, and then just pop a screwdriver through there and push downwards, and then the cabs will just pull out like that, and then you get access to the cabs, and then you can add some figures then, which I'm going to add knock 15244 drivers on a couple of them. So I'm using copy decks to fix the cab drivers in. Just takes a very small amount. I've just put a couple in there. It's all done now. So roof dirt and that flat black for the fumes, exhaust fumes. Just got to build it up slowly using the spray gun, just very fine amounts, barely noticeable. That's all you need, not to overdo it, and to use acrylic thinner when thinning the paints, so it thins it nicely and it atomises decent. There we go, that's that done. So I'm using frame dirt 5 colour diorama series, so I'm going to use that. It's best to mask out as much electronics as you can, or pickups as well, on the underside of the Loco, to avoid any I mean, you can clean the contacts, sometimes you can take them out completely. I'll just mask them out, that's how I've always done it and never had any problems. So that's one side done, that's all I want, to highlight the bogies and the detail on it. You can rust or add some extra detail around bogies. That's one side, making sure the front's pretty uniform. That's the untreated side, which looks really plasticky, because it is plastic. So that's all I want, I'm not going over the top. Do that side, and then what I normally do then, which I've not got at the moment, is seal it in with a can of aerosol. I'm just spraying an aerosol deep matte lacquer over this to seal it in. You can use other types of lacquer, but I'll just finish off with this particular type of aerosol. It has a round jet spray, and it atomises really fine.